Hi there. In this video, we will go over Domain 1 Cloud Concepts of the 2021 AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner Exam Guide. We will cover the three exam topics for Domain 1, which is Define the AWS Cloud and its value proposition, identify aspects of AWS Cloud economics, and finally list the different cloud architecture design principles. For each of the topics, there are certain subtopics. So for 1.1, define the AWS Cloud and its value proposition. We will go over definition of the AWS Cloud. We will understand what is cloud computing and types of cloud computing. We will go over the AWS value proposition and the 6 advantages of cloud computing. For 1.2, identify aspects of AWS Cloud economics. We will understand AWS total cost of ownership TCO tool, and we will go over the benefits of cloud computing. Finally, for 1.3, list the different cloud architecture design principles. We will understand the AWS Well-Architected Framework and go over the 5 pillars of the Well-Architected Framework, which is operational excellence, security, reliability, performance efficiency, and cost optimization. So, the first topic of Domain 1 Cloud Concepts, 1.1, define the AWS Cloud and its value proposition. First, we go over what is cloud computing. Cloud computing is the on-demand delivery of compute power, database, storage, applications, and other IT resources through a cloud services platform via the internet with pay-as-you-go pricing. What are the types of cloud computing? Now, an illustration of this, there has been a diagram made over here on the right-hand side to quickly help you visualize what is going to be explained over here. So, in the types of cloud computing, there are 2 topics: cloud computing models and then cloud computing deployment models. Cloud computing models are the different services offered by various cloud computing service providers like AWS, Google Cloud, or Microsoft Azure. One of the cloud computing models is Infrastructure as a Service, also known as IaaS. Infrastructure as a Service provides the fundamental compute, networking, storage, and database infrastructure resources to the consumer without requiring the consumer to purchase the infrastructure. The consumer has control over the operating systems, storage, and deployed applications without having to worry about managing the underlying infrastructure. Examples of AWS IaaS services include EC2, VPS, and S3. Platform as a Service. Platform as a Service provides the hardware, operating system, and other software for consumers to simply design and deploy their applications. This frees consumers from undifferentiated heavy lifting involved in running your application, such as resource procurement, capacity planning, software maintenance, applying software patches. Examples of AWS Platform as a Service services include AWS Lambda, and AWS Relational Database System, also known as RDS, and AWS Elastic Beanstalk. Finally, we have Software as a Service. SaaS provides you with a completed product that is run and managed by the service provider. In most cases, people referring to software as a service are referring to end user applications such as Gmail from Google, Microsoft Office from Microsoft, and Amazon Prime from Amazon. Going over cloud computing deployment models. Cloud computing deployment models are different ways real businesses deploy applications on the cloud. There are 4 such models. One is public cloud, which is an application fully deployed on the cloud, and all parts of the application run from a cloud-based service provider such as AWS. Second is private cloud, also known as on-premises. Private organization investing in own IT hardware, largely due to compliance reasons like banks or insurance companies. Community cloud. Similar to public cloud, but access to cloud resources are to specific group of users with common interests, such as test drive some high-end security products. And finally, hybrid cloud. A hybrid cloud is a mix of public, private, or community cloud, depending upon the local country data sharing laws and the compliance requirements of that country. Continuing with Domain 1 Cloud Concepts and subtopic 1.1, we go over the defining the AWS Cloud and its value proposition. The AWS value proposition is basically 6 advantages of cloud computing. The content displayed below is the same as that on AWS documentation available on the website, which is mentioned over here. The 6 advantages are to trade capital expense for variable expense, benefit from massive economies of scale, stop guessing capacity, increase speed and agility, stop spending money running and maintaining data centers, and go global in minutes. For the exam, it is important to remember this 6 advantages. You can just read through the explanation, but just recall these 6 advantages for the purpose of the exam. We now go over Domain 1 Cloud Concepts, Topic 1.2, Identifying Aspects of AWS Cloud Economics. In identifying aspects of AWS Cloud Economics, the value of cloud extends beyond total cost of ownership reduction. AWS customers also see significant improvement in other areas, which include staff productivity, operational resilience, and business agility. We first understand what exactly is AWS total cost of ownership reduction. Total cost of ownership is the cost of running your technology infrastructure environment end-to-end on premises versus using AWS. What is the TCO, total cost of ownership tool? TCO analysis is used by customers in comparing the cost of running an entire infrastructure environment or specific workload on premises or in a co-location facility versus running it on AWS and in parallel an existing AWS workload with an on-premises or co-location setup. The benefit of cloud computing, there are 4 benefits. One is the cost saving, which is the total cost of ownership reduction. Infrastructure cost savings and avoidance from moving to the cloud. Staff productivity benefits, efficiency improvement by functions on a task-by-task basis. Operational resilience improvement, benefit of improved availability, security, and compliance. And finally, business agility benefit, which is deploying new features, application faster, and reducing errors. Finally, we go over 1.3, list the different cloud architecture design principles. The cloud architecture design principles come from the 5 pillars of the AWS Well-Architected Framework, which you can read in detail from this link over here. There are 5 pillars of the AWS Well-Architected Framework. The first pillar, operational excellence. The definition of this pillar is the ability to support development and run workloads effectively, gain insight into their operations, and to continuously improve supporting processes and procedures to deliver business value. The design principles are: perform operations as code, make frequent small reversible changes, refine operations procedures frequently, anticipate failure, and learn from all operation failures. The second pillar is security, and the definition of the security pillar is the ability to protect data, systems, and assets to take advantage of cloud technologies to improve your security. The design principles involved for the security pillar are: implement a strong identity foundation, enable traceability, apply security at all layers, automate security best practices, protect data in transit and at rest, keep people away from direct access or manual processing of data, and to prepare for security events. The third pillar of the AWS Well-Architected Framework is reliability, which is the ability of a workload to perform its intended function correctly and consistently when it's expected to. The design principles involved in the reliability pillar are: automatically recover from failure, test recovery procedures, scale horizontally to increase aggregate workload availability, stop guessing capacity, and manage change and automation. The fourth pillar is performance efficiency, and this means it is the ability to use computing resources efficiently to meet system requirements and to maintain that efficiency as demand changes and technologies evolve. The design principles involved in the performance efficiency pillar are: to democratize advanced technologies by delegating complex tasks to your cloud vendor, go global in minutes, use serverless architectures, experiment more often, consider mechanical sympathy, and always use the technology approach that aligns best with your workload goals. The final pillar of the AWS Well-Architected Framework is cost optimization, which means the ability to run systems to deliver business value at the lowest price point. The design principles involved in cost optimization are: implement cloud financial management, pay only for computing resources that you require, measure overall efficiency, stop spending money on undifferentiated heavy lifting, and analyze and attribute expenditure. It is critical for the exam that you remember the 5 pillars and the definitions and the design principles, which could be part of the questions of the AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner exam. Finally, in our next video, we will go over all the cheat sheets for all the domains for the entire AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner exam. Please subscribe for updated content and hit the like button if you found the video useful. Thanks for watching.